city. We went for lunch at Banh Mi. Delicious. It was a suggestion by one of chef friends. But it's raining now, and of course, you know, we're thinking about so much that we actually have 4 umbrellas, including the beach umbrella, in the car. Didn't bring it. And now I am wet.
Me too.
Yeah. No.
Hi again.
Hello.
We're actually, this is the
We got the
last
kiddos
day
some McDonald's though. This one here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's so overstimulated. He won't eat the French fries, but we just got him to eat French fries maybe 2 weeks ago through.
Oh my God.
We just got him to eat French fries maybe 2 weeks ago through his feeding therapy. But the thing is like he gets stuck in these patterns where he'll only eat a certain way. So because he was being fed it one at a time, that's the way he eats now, until we can work him up to where it's a choice for him to want to eat all the French fries, no matter if it's one at a time or a bunch of them at a time. So he does get stuck in those eating patterns. But it's actually a little chilly right now with this storm. So that's something else that is kind of overwhelming right now, is that it's raining, it's cold, and it's just too much. My words are very, very elementary right now, except for that word, elementary. I don't know who says elementary these days. All right, so stop number 2 and possibly our final stop today. I'm not sure yet anyway. We are at the Laurel Grove South Cemetery, which is a cemetery that is dedicated specifically for the area's African American community. And actually here is where you will find a lot of prominent Black leaders and activists, pastors from the area who are buried here. And it's actually still, according to this history, it's still continued in use today. It's kind of, you can find it on the map. It was relatively easy to get here. You do have to go through some neighborhood streets, and then there's the entrance there. There's no visitor center that I can see here. It's pretty out of the way. It's very, very quiet here. It looks like they used to have a map that was located right there with that brick structure with the roof. It looked like there was a map there. It's not there anymore, so maybe they're going to redo it. I'm not sure. This cemetery is not as big as the other one, but looks like there's quite a few maybe headstones back there. So we'll go see if we can find some of the more well-known individuals that are buried here. So here it says, in 1853, the city reserved 4 acres in the new Laurel Grove Cemetery for Savannah's African American community. This new burial ground replaced an older black cemetery located near Whitfield Square. Pastors Andrew Bryan of the First Colored Baptist Church and Henry Cunningham, the Second Baptist Church, were among those whose bodies were moved to the new location. Here are buried many of Savannah's prominent black leaders, educators, civic community leaders, masons, politicians, entrepreneurs, and religious leaders. Later increased in acreage by the city, it continues in use today. It was erected by the Georgia Historical Society, the Friends of Laurel Grove South Cemetery, and Waters Foundation Incorporated. Oh man, these headstones were knocked over. This one was knocked over, and this one was knocked over. Whoa, Rose Alexander passed away in 1893. This one looked like it got knocked over somehow off of this stand, guys. That's not okay, man. And this one here, in loving memory of our cousin Emma Carter Dorsey, born in 1850, died in Savannah, December 8th, 1915. Man, how do you even do this? Like, I mean, it takes a lot to do this.
That one has the...
Unless it just like fell off, but... Oh yeah, Oliver, right there. Yeah. Yep. Man. I mean, it is a really old one. Yeah. Oh no. Look at this, guys. Oh man. The Vo Pollard. Somebody knocked this one down too. Boy, the weather sure cleared up as soon as we got here. That's pretty cool. Now it's really hot now. Let's see, who's this? In loving remembrance of Johnny Griffin, died July 24th, 1894, aged 25 years. Does anybody know what this means? In hoc signo vinces, and they left a crown, and it looks like a brick of something. I'm not sure what that is. Oh man, guys. I mean, I'm finding so many that are knocked over. Like, this is really sad. I feel like this cemetery, look, there's another one back there that's knocked over. This one's not as well protected as the other cemetery, as Bonaventure. Jeez, again. I don't know, I feel like this one's been sitting here for a while like this, guys. Man. Oh my gosh, it's cracked. Did they leave the body in there? I mean, this one's kind of small. Like, I don't even know if I could fit in there. Oh my god. Do I look in here? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's hollow. This is sacred to the memory of my beloved brother Edward Davis, who departed this life July 12th, 1883. At 37 years. Do you think? No. He's under, right? Like, it would just be too heavy to have this as like a whole solid piece, right? Oh my gosh, there's another one that's open over there. Oh my gosh. Let me see. I am so nervous about walking over here. Oh my god. Oh, okay. So he's not in there, but it's hollow, but I think he or she is buried under the ground in there. So then why did they build this up like that? Like, to protect it, or was there like a coffin that was in there and the body was buried in there, and because it cracked they just took it out? Like, you know what I'm saying, guys? So right in front of this one over here, here's one of the reverends in memory of Reverend W.O.P. Sherman Jr. of the Georgia AME Church, born September 25th, 1885, entered into rest September 16th, 1956, here in Savannah. And you can see they've got some flowers here, but this is one of our reverends here. So you can see right here, James H. Hooker. Isn't this this sign right here is the Freemasons, from what I remember. So this is one of the members of the Freemasons here that they were talking about on the sign at the entrance. But look at this, we've got more that are broken. There's a lot, God, oh my gosh, there's another one that's open over there. And then they've got all of these that are like leaning up against this. Maybe these are underground crypts, because look at how many of these headstones are around this crypt here. So maybe this is an underground crypt. I am uncertain. Like, look at this one is down. There's somebody here, or buried that way maybe, but they're all it's really sad. That's all. It's just really unfortunate. Even the quote, the streets here, like, see this street here, Harlan Street? So in the Bonaventure Cemetery, the streets were actually well defined, and you know, it was like a dirt road, you could drive there. Here, not so much. They could really use some help. The society, anyway, it looks like they can use some help trying to help maintain and keep this one well maintained and taken care of, because like this is technically a street right here where we're supposed to be. It is very, very quiet here. There's not, I think we're the only ones here actually. This is a nice break from all of the hustle and bustle of the Broughton area, the Broughton Street area, that's like their main shopping area in Savannah. And sure, Savannah's a quiet city to walk through, but this is even better because there's nobody here. Nobody alive anyway. This is the kind of stuff that I prefer to be able to do to decompress from all the sensory overload. When I lived in Chicago, I actually lived a couple blocks away from a cemetery, and when I was there, I would often go for runs in the cemetery just to kind of relax. So here's the road. Here's a road that's here. But see, like this says First Avenue, so this is actually supposed to be a road. Oh, there's one other person there. There's somebody else there. But let's come over here. So here is the Reverend Edward Ellis Jr. I'm gonna walk here because there's a headstone here and a headstone here. So I'm gonna walk in between here, but you can see this whole wrought iron fencing has just been completely degraded. This is the Reverend Edward Ellis Jr. Oh, and he's a Korean War veteran. Last sermon towards love, the more excellent way. Favorite scripture was 1 Corinthians. I'm not too familiar with all of those. Well, a little bit, but so for those of you that are familiar, this is the Reverend Edward Ellis Jr. Do 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 do. Wow, some people don't have headstones. This person passed November 27th, 2021. And it looks like that's all that they could afford for her at the time. But she's here. Miss Elizabeth Pittman. This guy right over here, U.S. Army, World War II, Oscar LaRue Saucy, a private in the U.S. Army, World War II, 1928 to 1983. He died a year after I was born. What the heck? Where's his recognition? This guy right here, Oscar LaRue Saucy, was a private in the U.S. Army during World War II. How come he's not buried with all of the other military, or at least has like military honors? Man, all of the headstones that are knocked over. It's crazy.
I'm also trying to figure out, like, if I'm trying not to walk in grass because I don't know.
There could be people.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, and this one, it's not like in Portland, Oregon. There's a lot of cemeteries that just aren't used anymore. And if they happen to have the funding for them, they're trying to restore them or do the best that they can. Like the locals will take care of them and manage them, but they're a lot smaller. Whereas here, it's like this is still in use.
Walking all the way over.
And okay, what? Oh.
It's like you don't even know.
Oh, John Quincy Adams. Right? Like, where did that thing come from?
I keep looking like over there. It's a grass area, but there's like there's a thing.
Yeah.
A stein, and then there's like a stone rock, and I don't know if it's like a graveyard.
It could be. I mean, that one lady. So one lady back there, all they could afford for her was a sign, a waterproof sign on a metal pole. And there's nothing like, there's no great headstone. There's nothing. It's just a plot of or a patch of dirt. So it's like you don't know if there's people like all in here too. Here's another one, private. I don't know what.
World War I.
Yeah, World War One, but I don't know what private COD means. And then his wife is next to him. So this one says, sacred to the memory of James M. Sims, first Grand Master of Ancient, Free, and Accepted Masons, Georgia and Jurisdiction. So if anybody knows the history of the Masons, I don't know if the Freemasons were ever exclusive to African Americans at one point, and then after everybody was freed, did they change? I was actually able to find some information about Mr. James M. Sims online. Not only did he accomplish the items stated on his headstone, he was also elected to the Georgia House of Representatives in 1868. Not long after this, however, he and all other African Americans who were elected to office were expelled. They were all reinstated in 1970 by congressional order. Born into slavery, but later able to buy his freedom through earnings from additional work as a carpenter, he fervently fought for and supported voting rights for African Americans. Naturally, he was against the Confederacy, but he was also brazen in protesting the poor treatment of African Americans by the Union Army. More information about James M. Sims can be found at laurelgrovesouth.org. Accepted and free. They're so specific on that. Anyway, I'm sorry.
The one right over there, that's a priest and
another one, the pastor.
And a bishop.
Oh, okay. Let's go this one right here on the left.
Yeah, this brick.
The brick one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, so these are the three, Reverend Brian, Cunningham, and Marshall. Those are the ones that we read about at the entrance. And looks like they're all here.
I don't know if they're down here, because then there's ones.
Then there's this here.
There's two over here.
Oh, okay. There might not be anybody in this one yet. Whoa. Founder and subsequent pastor of the Second African Church for 39 years. Marshall here, 1856. So let's see. Whose soul made meet for glory was taken to Emmanuel's bosom on the 7th of December, 1856 in Richmond, Virginia, on his way from the north, where he had been laboring to procure aid to assist in erecting a new church for his congregation in Savannah, Georgia, and now lies in this silent tomb of his own erection, here deposited in hope of a joyful resurrection to eternal life and glory.
This is First African Baptist Church, the oldest black church in North America. The building, built by slaves. The gentleman that laid the first brick laid the last. The balcony hold pews that actually were built by slaves. They have the oldest information in this building. That information is written in cursive Hebrew writing. Downstairs, the air holes that the people, when they hid beneath the floors, they were able to use are actually African prayer symbols. This building was built during the night hours. It was also not only used as a place of worship, but it was used as a place to help out on the Underground Railroad. One of the greatest missions I believe ever taken out and carried through was handled beneath the floors of First African Baptist Church. There are many items in here that now stands as proof of the Underground Railroad. In the ceiling of the church is a code that this building is used as a safe place, and that code is 9-patch. 9-patch is a quilt symbol that was used during the Underground Railroad to identify safe places. So that 9-patch was placed right in the ceiling of the First African Baptist Church in plain view. If you're interested in getting a tour of this church, you're welcome to come to First African Baptist on Franklin Square, or you can call 233-6597, and you will be welcome to have a tour.
And then here's the other, the deacon, and then as the preacher, yeah. Founder and first pastor of First Bryan Baptist Church. For these two guys here. So, let's see, there's Chef over there, but we're walking like up against the tree line over here, and there's even stones that are in the ground here. I had the feeling this person, I feel like they're buried that way because of how the grass is.
I've seen tons of angles.
But there's also, yeah, see here, so you got to kind of be careful where you're walking, because this is another headstone here, and then there's another headstone over there that's just really, really buried in the ground. I don't know, I don't see any more back here, but again, there could be like just people everywhere back here in the grass.
Part of the wall of the Washington Hall.
Washington Hall.
Part of its baby.
Oh wow. Yeah, so what Oliver's reading is this person here was 21 years and 7 months, and it says whose death was occasioned by the falling of a part of the wall of Washington Hall on something 6th October 1828, yeah. So this guy was killed by a part of the wall that fell on top of him.
Oh.
Dang, man. 21 years old. Oh my God. It's open. It looks like, I mean, it collapsed. The ground collapsed. Oh my gosh. I can't see anything in there, but I don't see, I see something flat right there. But yeah. So this is the state though of a lot of the graves that are here. Man. I'm gonna put a link in the description below to the society that maintains this, and you know, if you guys want to donate and help them be able to take care of their ancestors, there's a lot of fences like this, you know, that are falling apart. Like that one over there is just cement brick that they laid out. Some of them are wood fencing that's just been completely rotted away. So like this one here, this gentleman here, Deacon Levi Lively, December 24th, 1889 to looks like 1953, I think. But there's a deacon that's buried here. And again, with the fencing, they could use some help maintaining all of this. So again, here's a spot that's up against the tree line. And this is Mr. Thomas White, U.S. Army, 1904 to 1984. And perhaps his wife buried right next to him. But there's nothing. There's nothing back here.
Stuff behind it.
And then, yeah, and then there's this here. Mother Sarah Jackson back there. Eva Jackson. This is the whole Jackson family, it looks like, back here. And there might even be more back there, guys. Wow. I mean, it's a stark difference between this cemetery, yeah, and Bonaventure. I mean, look at, you can't even see what's written on there, huh? It's all worn off.
It's all worn off, yeah.
Oh my gosh. What are the names back here? Is this the Smith family? Back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and probably back there too. I wonder if there's more. It looks like that's a road back there, or it's supposed to be. Another veteran? Really? Jeez, World War II veteran. Really? So some of these individuals, let's see here. Oh yeah, William Council, Georgia, a private of 1468 SV Command Unit, World War II. Yeah.
U.S. Army.
Another Army, private first class, U.S. Army, June 6, 1933 to April 13, 2009. There's another one that's on this side, but we don't want that fencing there. Let's go see. Oh, there's another one. I wonder if we're getting like into the military side, because here's another one. There's one there. There's one over there.
Maybe are in the...
Right?
Are we in the military?
Maybe. It could be the military. Yeah, see, look. U.S. Army, Herbert E. Murray, U.S. Army, Korea. So again, so these ones here, looks like these are for some of the people that just could not afford a headstone, unfortunately. So you'll see a sign here with the person's name. So I don't know this. Like, I don't know if you have a choice of being buried in an official like military cemetery, or if they wanted to be buried here because, you know, this is their community per se.
I know my great grandparents, they got buried in Arlington.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they got like, I know my grandma.
Yeah.
Her husband was buried because he served.
Yeah.
And then she was allowed to be buried there because he was
married
to her.
Yeah. But I just don't know if you're in the military, if you have to be buried in a military cemetery, or if you can be buried wherever, and then you just designate. See, like, here's another one in memory of Albert Brigham. So if you just designate your headstone as you being in the military. There is something moving in the bushes back there. Whoa. Let's go to that one back there.
It's the open one. What do you want to say? It's the open one.
I'll go by myself. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go over there. Let's go see. Whoa. It's like, oh, it looks like it collapsed. It looks like they tried to. Yeah, they tried to keep it maintained with the wood frame that's around it. But it looks like it's still collapsed in. Oh my gosh. Oh no! Is that really?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's... Come here. Don't...
I'm not looking.
Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. It's empty. There's like pipes and stuff in here. Oh man. Oh, okay. You can see, here's the piece right here of the roof part of it right there, and it looks like they put wood on top to try to preserve it, keep it from collapsing in, but it still collapsed in. That's a bummer. Oh man, there's like water bottles in there. Come on, y'all. Is there a name to this one? I don't see a name or anything. Like they're just blank. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing on that one. I don't know. Hey, it looks like there's something written on that one. Let's go look at that one. That one's like a military one over there.
Definitely. Hold up.
All right, yeah. So there's a Marine Corps over there, Marine Corps over here. We're running into. Is there another one?
There's one right there buried underneath this.
Under the tree.
Under
Oh,
the
you're
flower
right.
Tree.
Oh, whoa. That's like totally symbolic. Like the tree's like protecting that
is
gravestone.
either
Let's go see.
a recent.
Whoa, they have like a whole picture painted on here. Oh, he served 1963, 2001. And brother and sister. Oh, okay, look, Coleman. This is, wow. This is their whole family. Look at this. 1926 to 1952. And then we got 2009, 2001. This is their whole family.
There's more back there.
That's crazy. All right, we're going to start heading back. Actually, we're going to go to Wormslow now. So, we'll see you there.